some major internet issues. As you guys can see, I don't know if I can flip this around. I can. That's pretty cool. So as you guys can see, the internet is currently out. Hopefully you guys are able to hear what I am saying. I might hook up the headset, so give me 1 second. So we're going to be going live this way tonight. It's going to be a little bit different perspective. The Wi-Fi is out, so don't really know what's going on. It's been going in and out. What's going on, Duckster? What is going on, my friend? Hey, look. Hey, Duckster, can you hear me? Can you hear me talking? Hopefully you guys can hear me. Sorry for the technical difficulties again. I have no idea. It seems like every other week it's something different. We did get the water issue fixed. We came to find out the deck was installed weird. Yeah, I can hear you. Everything's good. Awesome, man. Awesome. All right, let's get this squared away now. Oh my goodness. Yeah, man, that was incredible. I did see that they got a little bit more accomplished when it came to some of their approvals. That was pretty freaking cool. So yeah, super excited about that. I think Sins is definitely doing some incredible stuff. We knew that all along when we got into him a long time ago. I believe in what they're trying to accomplish when it comes to obviously doing 108, 100, was it 180 days? I think eventually they're trying to do 365. Obviously for diabetics, being able to monitor. I think what they're doing is absolutely incredible, man. So super pumped about it. I know you have some family members that are obviously dealing with some of that. So for sure, man. So, guys, yeah, like I said, once you guys start populating in and you start getting in, we are experiencing some internet issues. The Wi-Fi is not working. Not sure what is going on. It started going out around. I would say it probably started going out around 5 o'clock, and then it would come populate back in. It would go out, populate back in. So I have no idea what's going on. There we go. Okay. So you said you had like 50 shares, but cut down to 40 when the crash was going on. Completely understand, man. Completely understand. I'm still sticking with 150 from the beginning. I have not moved on at all because I want to see what happens. Definitely want to see what happens. Super excited about what they can continue to progress, especially since they're showing signs of positivity. So definitely super pumped about that. Hopefully I can get you guys out of that light. Oh, let's go with this. Man, I tell you guys, what a week. What a week. TT Tattooed Chef still alive. Yeah, honestly, with everything that was going on with the pandemic, I don't really know how much it would affect them. I know that they obviously are in the food business. Hang on 1 second. There we go. Obviously, I know they're in the food business, and so I would imagine that they probably were doing all right. As far as getting their products out and probably doing sales and stuff. I know a lot of people became really interested in their products and, probably, I bet they are doing all right. I haven't really paid too much attention about their earnings and stuff. I'm actually not invested in a Tattoo Chef. I know a ton of people are. I know CJ is very invested into them. So, how many shares you got, Duxter? Got this Women's College World Series on. It's an amazing time of the year. You guys know I'm a huge baseball fan, and my wife is definitely a huge softball fan. And this is definitely one of our favorite times of the year because you got playoff baseball. Well, I call it playoff baseball, but it's obviously, they're regional going to super regional, and then they go to the College World Series. And in this case, for women, it's regional, super regional, and women's College World Series, and it's definitely into the women's College World Series down in Oklahoma. So, and you got 3 tattooed chef. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. Hope everything else is going good for you. I know this week was actually pretty positive for a lot of the ones we originally were talking about. I know, obviously, Humble had a good run this week. We saw a little bit of decency from Ag Eagle. I think the more and more stuff's going to start coming out about them. Dragonfly obviously had a really good piece of information. So a lot of the plays that we've talked about quite a bit, I think is doing well. I was hoping that Tim and Norwood pop in. I know they were involved obviously with AMC and that run, and AMC obviously ran up incredibly, and then obviously you have Workhorse has been getting a little bit of a meme action as well. I mean, if you really go back and look, they're getting a lot of meme action, and I saw a couple posts right before I hopped on the live stream while I was up there watching softball that they said that they're going to try to push this thing to some crazy limits because of how much shorting is going on. So, that's kind of incredible because, that's kind of like one of our originals. And, yeah, I'm super excited to see what happens with Workhorse. I'm still in Workhorse. I don't have a ton of shares, but I never did sell out. Kept on a decent amount of shares, and hopefully this thing starts to turn around for sure. That'd be incredible. Super excited about it for sure. There's a lot that's going on. I think we're starting to see the turnaround for some things. I like where the EV market's going. I think that there's a lot of good plays in the EV sector. It's just really kind of a weird situation too for some things because there for a while a lot of people claimed that when this market was going down, you had a lot of people transition over to crypto, and then it seems like as of late, Elon basically is tweeting about stuff where he's getting out of Bitcoin. It looks like he's putting like breakup stuff, and it's just kind of an incredible situation that's going on with crypto. It was just on a massive run there for a while. I mean, I can't even tell you how much percentages I was actually up, and then yeah, it seems like everything's kind of just done the opposite. I'm not in any like safe moon. The craziest I went was Doge. But I'm not in any safe moon. I'm not in any of the other ones. I kind of wanted to stick to mostly stocks, and you guys know that that's kind of what I wanted to stick with even on the channel. So, um, yeah, I'm excited for where we're at. I really am. I'm starting to see. I wanted to I was kind of excited to talk to you guys today because I finally have come back to where I'm green on the year. It's been crazy because of that run we had, obviously, and then it seemed like every day it was just negative, negative, negative. And now that we are definitely starting to see some things turn around and starting to see a lot more positivity, I finally actually hit some green and for overall, and it's a great feeling. I am gonna be honest with you guys too, though. I really haven't been paying that much attention like I was to my stocks and stuff before. It's not that it was like stressing me out or anything. I really don't let that stuff bother me because I know, how the market tends to work. We get these lulls and then we get these runs, and I mean, you get ups and downs, you get all kinds of stuff. And as of late, I tend to not check as much or even really look as much as I used to. I just don't. I maybe look at it on the open, and then I look at it on the close, and throughout the day, I'm just not as active looking at it. And I'm definitely looking at stocks, and seeing how certain things are trending, and definitely going through the social media aspect of what's going on within the stock market. Same, Lucas. I need a break from stocks for a bit. That's why I kind of been quiet for a little bit. I got you, man. Honestly, that's it's not that I necessarily have gone astray or don't believe in a lot of this stuff. It's just honestly, and I wouldn't even say it's necessarily that I needed a break. It's just that you you can only do so much when it comes to like your effort and how much money you have to spend. Like I'm not a day trader. I feel you on that. I'm getting AMC overload. I got you, Nora. And it's not that I'm necessarily, like I said, it's not even necessarily that I'm like going away. It's just that, a lot of the stuff that we've been talking about is now starting to come back, and it's just like I don't know. I'm super pumped with where we're at, like I stated, but I just think that at some point it's just like you can only check so much. Like I said, you have only so much money to spend, and the more and more that I was diving in, the more and more that I wanted to definitely get. Uh, as you guys know, at one point I had like some crazy 40 something stocks, and I felt like I definitely got overextended on some. I was just kind of like, man, I really am interested in that. So I would purchase it and add it to the portfolio. And I just think that I really needed to condense down, and which is what I did. And I feel very, very confident with where I'm at, especially with everything that I have. I'm sitting 18,000 humble. Sitting 18,000 humble. I'm sitting right at 3,000 of ag. I got 2,100 of ALPP, which any day, I'm not that guy that's like, any day now it's gonna happen, because I keep seeing people that are like, oh, this is gonna happen any day now. It's gonna happen any day now. And it's like, yeah, it's gonna happen, but we just gotta wait for it to happen. Every day you're like, it's gonna happen. You're gonna start kind of getting on people's nerves for some of that stuff. So, yeah, Duckster, I think I just saw it. This is kind of weird. The chat's not staying up. I don't know if I can make it stay up. Let's see if I can make it stay up. Uh, Love to hear it. Wow, how is life going for you guys? It's going good, man. It's definitely going good. Honestly, guys, from a sports perspective, I know that this is the stock channel, and I'm not gonna just dive in and just start talking sports, because that's really what my other channel is for and what it's about. But I've nailed and actually have, I'm very proud of what was accomplished so far with that channel. Um, it's just incredible to know the people that I've already interviewed, and the opportunities that some of these people have even given me, because I don't really have any of the credentials yet, as far as, I'm not a writer as of right now. I don't have I'm not attached to any magazine, or I'm not attached to any website like, Sports Illustrated, like some of these guys that I've interviewed. I'm not a writer for like Fansided or Casey Kingdom yet on any of this stuff. And for these guys to just give me the opportunity to, talk high level sports with them, I think that is what is absolutely incredible. Just drop hi, guys. Have a wonderful weekend. A little busy, can't join live today. I appreciate it, Ching. I appreciate you coming in the Discord, my friend. Obviously we're on different time zones, but appreciate the support and appreciate you coming in. Miguel, I don't want you to think I didn't see your message. I appreciate you, my friend. That interview was absolutely incredible. I definitely went back and listened to your and the Humble Queens interview. Man, I tell you, that was by far one of the best in-depth interviews I've ever heard, and it just shows the wealth of knowledge that obviously Rebecca has, and the passion she has for Humble, and it's just absolutely incredible. I've talked to her multiple times. I'm looking forward to hopefully interviewing her. We've discussed her coming on the channel and talking Humble. Hopefully after they release and announce the peer-to-peer stuff, that would be absolutely incredible. So I'm hoping to get Rebecca on the channel, and I think that would be absolutely cool. So super pumped about that. And I was actually going to talk to you too. Maybe sometime you come on the channel, man. We slap together a Zoom call and we just talk stocks, talk whatever, man. Just come on, and we'll do a YouTube, and I think it would be pretty cool. Did the MacBook take a dump of Rooney McFaddy? No, actually, what's pretty cool is with this, I can actually show you guys. And as you guys can see right there, see that red light? So for some reason, the internet is out, but the phone is still working. And I just can't figure out what is going on with the internet. I did the old unplug and breathe and count for 10 seconds, and it's not working. So this is the result that I'm getting on everything. So it says something went wrong, and I ended up having to just close out everything on the Mac. So that's kind of what is going on with that. We didn't have a storm. I don't. Sometimes, usually when this happens, there's an accident that hits something, and it usually causes this to go out. So I honestly have no idea. I mowed earlier and I didn't hit anything. I told my wife. My wife's like, "Did you hit something?" I'm like, "No, I didn't hit anything. I swear." So, man, I see you guys all coming in. I see you guys all coming in. Let me see if I can bring up some of this stuff because the chat is 100% different than it usually is. So, let's see. No, it didn't have any storms. Storms fry things inside. They'll bring you a new one. Yeah, that didn't happen. I did an interview last night and it was working perfectly fine. So I don't know. It happened honestly about 5 p.m. tonight. And it notified my phone and our TVs. All of our TVs that are connected to Wi-Fi went out. So I mean, we still got TV, which I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully it comes back. Both AMC and GME had a flat top breakout at 20, and in 8 trading days, both closed at $44. That's incredible, NASCAR all out. I appreciate you coming in, my friend. It means a ton. Casual for Joe. Hi guys, great news from Incapta. We are getting into golf. That's incredible, man. I'm still very, very, very involved with that stock. I'm super, super excited about what they're doing for sure. I honestly believe I'll have to double check, but I'm almost 100% sure that I have a million shares in Incapta. I'm pretty positive that I have a million still. I haven't touched it after I got to the mill, and I've just been kind of waiting to see what happens. I do like that. I did see we got into golf. I'm starting to see a lot more of these companies that we've discussed a while. Now a lot of the ones that we've talked about from a penny stock perspective, like WDLF. They're starting to be a lot more active on social media again. We're starting to hear that they're putting out some podcasts. We're starting to really see some things coming together. So I'm super excited about a lot of these stocks that we're definitely involved in. Yeah, Tim, the old internet decided to give it a kaput. And, I felt that this would be a way to continue doing a live stream. Hopefully you guys can hear me good. I did throw on the headset. I don't even know if it's working because honestly, this is the first time I've ever done it this way. I've done a Zoom call this way, but I've never done a YouTube live this way. So very, very interesting. The live chat will not stay up, so I have to keep my finger on this. I was actually going to go probably walking around a little bit here in a little bit and, just introduce you guys to kind of what you guys don't get to see. So I got to be quiet though. The little man's asleep. But yeah, this is I think this is kind of cool. Hopefully you guys are able to hear me though. That was the biggest thing. But yeah, definitely the internet is out. So I got the red light. I'm actually gonna unplug it right now and hopefully we can get this thing kicked back in. So, but I'll walk you guys around. Let's go on a tour. We are noisy. Yeah. I'm not too worried about you guys being noisy. I'm more worried about me and how I'm talking. So, as you guys can see, this is Gunner. He was sitting behind me. That's I call him First Sergeant. So yeah, he's like my little guy. And then we got Ammo right here. Say hello, Ammo. Yeah, boy. So there's Ammo. Uh-oh. Oh, that's pretty cool. Up close on the beard of Casey. I appreciate that, Nora. That's pretty cool. So this is the stuff you guys don't get to see. That's always behind me. So this is usually what's behind me when I'm live streaming. So this is kind of my setup. So as you guys can see, there's the Mac. Obviously my iPad that I do all my videos from, my notes. The broken internet is down here. And then obviously all my Chief stuff that you guys don't get to see behind the scenes. So pretty cool stuff. And then everything that's kind of over here. Obviously when the Royals won the World Series. And And then some of this stuff that's over here is kind of like as I was growing up. So what's pretty cool is this bat was given to me from my slow pitch softball team. It was an auction for military, and they actually won it for me. It's limited 113 out of 500, and so yeah, I definitely kept that one. Got some solar eclipse glasses. You guys remember the solar eclipse we had more recently? I think the date's on here, honestly. Yeah, it was in 2017, August 21st, 2017. Um, so yeah, I kept that to remember that I was a part of a solar eclipse. Here's a lot of the trophies that I kind of have from when I was a kid. I was able to kind of keep most of them. I earned a lot more, but I honestly could not tell you what happened to the rest of them. So a lot of these baseballs kind of have significant meanings to me. So like this one was a home run that I hit on 6-6. So a lot of these have significance. So like this one was a home run ball in like a World Series I was a part of back in '05. My first college home run is right here. So you guys are getting to see a lot of this. So here's some of the stuff you guys don't really get to see up close. So there's like my senior day college baseball stuff. I was all champions of character. There's my Gold Glove Award that I won for playing first base, and I was Player of the Week. On week 5, I guess is what it says. So I got my wife's softball helmet right here. Here's my helmet from when I played. We both went to the same school, and then each one of these gloves is significant. So this is my glove that I played in college with, that I won the Gold Glove with. This is technically my first baseman glove I ever had, and this was my first ever pitching glove. So a lot of significance here. Um, Big time slow pitch softball ring that I got. So it's called Boo and Brew. It's a pretty cool tournament that we all get to kind of partake in as slow pitch softball players. It's in October around Halloween. It's a pretty cool event, and yeah, it's just a lot of fun. And we just happened to win it that year and got a pretty sick ring. So I see you were a specialist in the Army. What was your MLS? I was a 31 Bravo. I was a military police officer. So yeah, I got a lot of stuff over here. Oh, the TV went dark for a second. It's scary. So as you guys can, yeah. So there's my MP patch. Um, so yeah, this was I traded when I was over in Germany. Well, this one was from when I was in Poland. I traded with a German soldier for his military patch. And this was the exercise we were part of. It was 7/17 when we were over there. So did that. Trying to think what else I got. Yeah, so yeah, there's my hat. That's probably what you saw right there. Patrick Mahomes autographed football, and then old Patty right there on the cereal we got. Flag from when I was in Ferguson. Flew on our Humvee. And then a lot of this stuff down here is kind of just kind of memorabilia stuff. So I got a bottle of Hennessy back there when I was a best man for one of my buddy's weddings. I've got patches like that too, but French patches, Lafayette, that hat is what I saw. Gotcha, man. So I actually have a Polish as a 4-star, but I think over there it signifies a captain. So we were standing in formation, and this captain comes up and he goes, "Hey, big boy," and I'm like, "Oh God, like what?" He goes, "Can I have one of your uniforms?" And I didn't know if I actually could do that or not. So I asked, obviously the people that were in charge of me. So he went ahead and we swapped uniforms, and it was pretty cool. So there's the Polish flag and Polish 4-star. So I'm gonna set this down for a second. So yeah, I keep that as a kind of a memorable thing. Their uniforms are actually really nice. Like they're very soft, very aero. Not like I feel like ours were really kind of thick. Theirs are really kind of like real light material, and they're almost like water repellent. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, I got to do some pretty cool stuff while I was over there. Let's see what else. I'm trying to think what you guys don't get to see most of the time. So everything over here is kind of junk. Let's try to plug the internet back in. So yeah, you guys are getting a full on tour. Hang on one second. There we go. All right, we'll come back to that. Hopefully the internet kicks back on. But yeah, so this is the man cave. So this is this is kind of my area. So we're down in the cave, as you guys can see, man cave. So, and then this is our living room. Yeah, the Drunk King's throne. Yeah, so I gotta come back down because I don't want to be too loud. Our little guy's sleeping, but come on, Gunner. Come on. So yeah, that's kind of the area. I'll have to take you guys on a bigger tour next time that that he's awake because I don't want to wake him up because our dogs will start barking for sure. So let's kind of see what's going on in the chat. I gotta hold this down so I can see what you guys have been saying. Oh, I got you now. Let me get back. Let me get back. Tour of the man cave. Lucas's nasal cavity. What's up, everyone? Going on a tour. Nice. Lucas's crib style. Up close on the beard of KC. What's up, Ammo? I hope to watch Cardinals on that big screen TV. Mostly Royals. Mostly Royals, and I got the Women's College World Series on right now. It looks like UCLA is losing. I know you got a lot of California guys in here and gals. Alabama is winning 2-0. So nice display of baseballs. I appreciate it, Tim. I really do. They mean a lot to me. George, what's going on? Mopar, what's going on? What did I think of the Humble interview? You know, honestly, I thought it was really good. I definitely think it was a 180 from the experience he had on CNBC. I feel like they were a little bit more accepting of what he was trying to present, and I'm sure the questions this time were well established so that he could answer them. And they even slapped up the display, so I do really think it went well. I think I did miss maybe like 15 seconds of it. So I'm gonna have to go back and watch it in its entirety, but I think I caught almost all of it, and I really think that it was just a massive, massive positive. Like, for them to be, at Athletes First headquarters, it looked like, and just really kind of hyping it up before it happened, where it was a little bit different from the CNBC aspect. So I really think Fox Business did a good job. I think Humble really took it. Not that they didn't take it serious last time, but I think that they were a lot more prepared going into this one. So I really did like. I liked it. And I thought it was sick that he had two autographed jerseys behind him. Obviously, they're promoting the NFT portion and what that's going to be. And really, he talked about ticketing and tickery. And I think it was a really good thing. Obviously, the stock tended to respond pretty well, where last time it was almost like a staged attack, it seemed like. And as soon as he started talking, it just had an epic meltdown. So I really think it was a very positive day. Just in general for Humble. I think we are going to start seeing a lot of things go in the positive direction. Like I stated before, too, guys, you got to understand that stocks, and you guys know this, but stocks don't go up every single day, all day. They do have to have pullbacks, and they have to, recede a little bit, and so that's just how it works. So super excited for their opportunities. I think that they're definitely going to continue to grow. We do know another acquisition is going to be happening. Brian Foote, when I say he, is Brian Foote. He came out and said, he's going to use the next acquisition out of his Class B shares. So we understand that there is another acquisition coming, and I think that that's just incredible. So super excited about Humble. I have 18,000 shares, guys, and I honestly was trying to find every opportunity that I could to get 20,000. When we dropped down below a dollar and we're even closer to the 70 cent range, I was trying to figure everything I could to get 20,000, and I got the highest I could was to 18, and then I ran out of juice and ran out of money. So we're definitely going to try to get there before a lot more continues to happen, but we'll just have to see. So what's going on, factions? I appreciate you coming in, my friend. Sorry for changing it up a little bit, but I think this is kind of cool. To give you guys a different perspective, kind of give you a little bit of a tour. I tried at least. The internet seems to be not working. It is red again, so probably going to have to call the old internet company out and see if they can't fix it. But I'm glad we were able to still go live and give you guys at least the opportunity to do this on Friday nights, because you guys know that I'm try to stay pretty consistent with this. So nice collection. I wish I had a man cave. Short time goal. Yeah, honestly, when we moved into this house, I immediately I felt like I had to make this the cave. And originally, I wasn't doing YouTube when we first moved here. I think we've been here for at least 6 years. And I originally would just come down here and play video games at night, because my hours that I worked, I would work 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. And I wouldn't want to come home and just go to bed right away, so I would come down here and I would play video games or just kind of hang out, and because I just wasn't tired initially, and then over time I turned it into what it is. And I do think eventually it's going to have to become its own bedroom, because we plan on staying here for a little bit at least before we move anywhere else. The Giants game would look great on that TV. I've actually watched some Giants on here. Late at night when I turned it to MLB Network. The Giants were playing, I believe, the other night on here. So I was actually seeing some Giants baseball on there, Tim. Thoughts on SNDL factions? I do own it. But as far as, what I anticipate as of late, I think, if I had to say it, I would say that that's probably one of the more pertinent and most well-known hemp companies and obviously marijuana companies. But I'm hoping that they start to really continue to turn things around. I know that it was, I guess you can classify it almost as a meme stock, but I don't know what people are considering meme stocks these days. So I would definitely say it was one of the ones that was just being hyped up and definitely given a lot of publicity. But I do like it. I'm still invested in it. And, definitely waiting to see what it does after all those runs it had. What's going on, Jay? Appreciate you coming in and checking out the live stream. I agree, definitely better. Yeah, 100%. 100%. What's your best, most precious from your collection? Ooh, that's a great question, man. Probably that Patrick Mahomes autograph. But I have, honestly, a ton of stuff from when I was a kid. Some stuff that really kind of means, really has some sentimental value to me. Is this is my grandma, and this is her when she passed away. This was her kind of book that you would receive when you went to her funeral. And then this is my grandpa, who still is alive. This is him, and this is something they did a long time ago. This is when he was in high school, and they turned it into basically a standing trophy. So that really has significant value to me. I have a couple cups from when I was over in Ireland, and I got a couple pins and things like that from when I was in Ireland. This is actually a pitcher. Actually, I can't get it out. But it's actually a beer pitcher that they drink from. So this is Mountain Dew from Poland. Not that that is any significant value, but I always thought that was pretty cool. It's really kind of tough, honestly, though. As far as like really sentimental, I would have to say those last two. But this is a dog that I had ever since I was a kid, and I was able to keep it. And it's been with me ever since I was basically born, I think. So I kept this. So I kind of have a lot of sentimental stuff down here. Yeah, it's a man cave, but it's kind of like, as crazy as it sounds, it's also kind of like a history of Lucas in here as well. I have like my basically my awards that I was given as a senior in high school. I think this is pretty significant too. That was handcrafted and handmade for me. I'm trying to think what else. So yeah, there's kind of a lot. I mean, all my baseball cards and stuff, all my football cards. So there's like this is pretty significant to me. So this is Travis Kelsey autograph card. Eric Berry. I mean, if you guys know anything about me, Eric Berry is my favorite football player of all time. So I do have his autograph card. Um, Justin Houston when he was with the Kansas City Chiefs. This is kind of a significant card as well. So I really started to collect. I'd say probably right before I started doing YouTube, I was a big time collector. I have an Aaron Donald autograph. So if you guys are sports players, you guys or sports followers, you guys know who some of these people are. So yeah, Michael Thomas. That was kind of a big one. Sammy Watkins. I do have a Salvi. Brady Singer, obviously. Brady Singer is an up and coming pitcher for the Royals, but this more recent one, it just came probably 2 weeks ago, is Danny Duffy. Danny Duffy means like way more to the Kansas City Royals than he's ever like probably thought about doing. Just because I think just him as a Royal is just it just doesn't make sense if he's not. So that was a big one for me. I'm going on tomorrow. Um, I'm going tomorrow to a memorabilia shop, and I'm hoping to redo this right here because this is kind of like as I'm sitting in my chair. This is what you guys see behind me now because I've rearranged. So my original setup was all this was right here. I mean, you guys know kind of the angle at which it was. So you guys would always just see what's this. So I moved it over here. That way, with my sports channel, I'm getting all my stuff in the background. And I am going to be eventually getting a new computer because this Mac's like, God, this Mac is like 9 years old, I want to say. It's pretty old. Um, so I'm going to probably be upgrading Macs here before long, getting a newer one. And I'm probably going to move the old one back over here and we'll be doing like all my stuff from that, and then my sports one will be right here. So I'm gonna have two completely separate kind of like stations for what scenario or what I'm actually gonna be doing because I'm still sticking with the sports channel is roaring, but the stock channel is not going anywhere by no means. Show us your guns. They're actually all upstairs. They're all up in my room, so I would do that, but yeah, they're all upstairs. Hell yeah, gun show. Yeah, my AR is upstairs under the bed. I really don't have any down here. I have some ammo down here if you guys want to see some bullets, but outside of that, I don't have any guns down here. Calm down, Nora. Have you heard of Cloud9? I actually have heard of Cloud9, but I really haven't paid too much attention to the marijuana stocks. It's just something that I never got into. Even from the main get go, I just wasn't. I envisioned more of other things kind of having a bigger success. And that's kind of the original direction I went with was obviously the drone stock. So that's why I went that route. Hey, guess what? Got an interview at a trampoline park. That's sick, Dux. That's sick, Duxter. That's awesome, my friend. That's awesome. I gotta keep my thumb on this so I can read your guys' stuff. Nice stash of humble. Don't forget HOFE. Yeah, I got you, Mopar. I got you for sure. Rodney, what's going on, my friend? I appreciate all the support, man. It means a ton. Hopefully you're enjoying the other channel, man. Appreciate the tour. Nice to get to know the behind the scenes, Lucas. That's awesome, man. Yeah, there's a lot that I could show you guys a lot more. I have all my Chiefs flags from every year they do like a Chiefs Kingdom flag, and I've collected every single one of them except for one, and it's because I wasn't actually able to go to work that day, the year they were giving it out. So I am missing one of them, but I think that's okay because I ran out of room on the walls. So do you think the SNDL runs are over, or you see it reaching 3+ in the coming weeks? It made that run probably. I'm trying to think how long ago it was. It was what, at least 6 weeks ago, where it made that run, and it got to the initial. It got to the initial. I think what was it, 3+ then, and I think it'll definitely get back there. I think it definitely has the opportunity. But I just don't know if it's going to happen in the coming weeks. Ammo is gold these days. Well, speaking of ammo, there is ammo. Sins has been ripping this week. Yeah, Tim. I was telling Duckster because Duckster mentioned it earlier. I did see that. Sins got some success with one of their trials, and I think that's why it's been ripping so good. Hopefully, it continues, because I think that stock honestly is very undervalued. I think for what they are accomplishing and are trying to accomplish, I do believe it's very, very undervalued for sure. So I'm going to head upstairs real quick, guys. I'm going to probably get quiet for just a second. I'm going to take the dogs outside because I think the little guy's kind of bugging me to go to the bathroom. So who's got to go potty? Everybody wants you to say hi. So our internet's broke. I've unplugged it and plugged it back in 3 times, and it just keeps going red, so we might have to call them out. And ammo's bugging me. Well, now we're outside. So if you guys remember last Friday, we were having issues with a leak, and it actually was happening right down here. We found out, so we had to. She's not feeling. Yeah, because softball's on, Tim. So she's in the zone. Yeah, we were up there. We were watching it earlier. James Madison was playing Oklahoma State, and she was getting fired up. So it was pretty. It was pretty cool. But I don't know if you guys can see. We're like the top of the neighborhood. So when we got into our house, we were in like the first row of the Homes edition. So they built a few. Wow, Lucas takes his dogs out, and just like me, he's really like you folks. That's awesome, man. Yeah. I'm a normal. Oh my God, look at that June bug. You see that thing? Almost just ate my face. That's one of the bad things about living in the Midwest. I don't know if you guys have June bugs, but good God, they're the size of cars, and they are just ruthless. Okay, so yeah, they built our. We're in the first first portion of the home, so everything behind us is like new and updated and stuff. So we're in like the first row of the place. So not to try to be all weird and it gets dark and stuff, but I was gonna sit down in this chair, but I don't think you guys are gonna be able to see. Oh, I could put the fire pit on and make this kind of cool, but It is 87 degrees now in Kansas. So what's let's see what's going on in the chat. I hate that I have to hold the button down. It won't keep it popped up. So what's everybody been doing this week? I know stocks are kind of coming back, and we've been really kind of. Oh, there's some filters on here. What? No way. Look at that. Did you guys know that there was filters on here? Dance party? Are you kidding me? This is what's up. Okay, guys. If you guys didn't know, you're dreaming. This is a dream, and I'm getting eaten alive out here. What app is it? It's actually YouTube. This is cool. 8mm. This is sick. Haunt? Yeah, that's what's up. Scary. Now it's a sketch. OnlyFans mode. Hey, so speaking of that, I'm glad you brought that up, Nor. Let me get back to normal. So there is a individual that follows me on Twitter through my other my sports side. And what is a June bug? Well, if one comes back by, I will introduce you to a June bug. Basically, it looks like a beetle. It's brown, almost a bronze. And here, oh, no, there it went. So they're like bronze. They're about this big, literally about that big. And basically, they are attracted to lights. So the moment you turn on a light, they gravitate towards it. And I've never figured out why or even looked into why they do it, but they gravitate towards light. I don't know if it's the heat that puts off, but they literally are like kamikazes. So they will just hit you, and then a lot of the time they fall and just bang off the ground. I think there's one over here. Yeah, here's one right here. Flying roaches. Yeah, I mean, June bugs are almost they have really hard shells, so like if you step on it, it sounds like you're stepping on glass. But yeah, they're they're little savages. Like they will just bombard you in the face. Yeah, there goes one right there. See it kind of going at the light. I don't know how good you guys can see, but yeah. And then they come in droves, so they sound like little helicopters and they'll just and hit you. But yeah, we get gnats and all kinds of stuff that get attracted to lights, so we don't usually leave the lights on in the house. I'm usually not out here this long because the dogs start barking and I got to get them inside. The little one tends to bark at everything that moves. Yeah, Flea Gang, what's up? So, yeah. I remember those things at Fort Riley. Yeah, I'm sure they were at Fort Riley. Do you guys have lightning bugs? Because we have I know you probably would have saw them at Fort Riley. But we have lightning bugs too, and lightning bugs are really cool. So in right around this time, I'd probably say a little bit more later into June. If I were to show you guys out in the yard, you would just see the whole yard lighting up, and it would be blinking. And it's lightning bugs is what they're called. But when I was a kid, we used to collect them in jars, and you'd put like some grass in there, and then you'd put tin foil over the top, poke some holes, and you'd collect as many lightning bugs as you could. Yeah, so about the OnlyFans. So there's a chick that follows me. She's a sports reporter, sportscaster, and she does basically talk sports, works out, does all that stuff. But she has like a true OnlyFans. And so I was asking a guy at work the other day, and I'm thinking to myself, like, would you, like, I mean, she's successful. And so she probably makes a lot of money off of OnlyFans. And so I was asking my buddy the other day, and I'm like, would you be okay as a person doing that, making that kind of money, and then just going to like your everyday job and like Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I don't actually know her name, but I know she's actually like she does kind of like sports reporting. Like she has like a nickname that she goes by. Um, but yeah, it was very interesting, and I'm thinking to myself like you do that, you make a ton of money off of doing that, but then on the side like you're a normal person. What's her name? Yeah, she actually doesn't have a name. It's like a nickname. I'd have to look. Can't see the patches. But yeah, I don't know her actual name. It's like a weird. It's like a nickname, and so nothing's worse than bed bugs. But yeah, I don't know. I was asking because like we were talking about it, and it's like going back to just your normal reality of like doing your normal job and things like that, knowing that you're putting yourself out there. I don't know. It just seems a little different to me. Like she's not like a real sportscaster or anything on like any local news, but she reports sports from like our area, like the metro area, and it seemed very interesting. So let's go, boys. Come on. Got to get the hounds in, rally the troops. Got to do our inspections before we go inside. Is there weird nudity going on? Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of why we asked the question, just because it's like she's kind of not necessarily. I wouldn't say she's a public figure by no means, but she is known from a public side of actually being a good sports reporter. And so that's kind of why we were talking about it, is because it's like you do your weird, like, make your huge amounts of money by doing weird stuff on OnlyFans, but then you go back to reality and you're like going to Royals games, and you're going to like, football games, and like you're talking about, I don't know, it's just kind of a weird situation. And I just was like talking about it to those guys. So, God dang, I'm getting bombarded. Yeah, and that's what I thought too. Dang, ammo, let's go. It's gonna get dark and quiet for a second. Hang on. All right, we're back in. Hey, it worked for Paris Hilton and Kim Kardashian. Yeah, I mean it did. Come on, boys. Gotta shut the baby gate. All right, back to the cave. Lucas is getting his 8x10 glossies, man. Yeah. All right, we're back in the cave. Back in the cave. So you guys basically got a full house tour. The only thing you guys didn't get to see was little man's room and our other bedrooms, but I mean nothing crazy. The Murphy calendar. Yeah, I thought it was really weird. Like, and it's not that I don't, do what you got to do to make money. Like, I'm not like against it or anything by no means. And like I just thought it was weird that you do that combo, and you're not necessarily, like I said, you're not necessarily a public figure. Like she's not from a radio, like a TV station or a radio station, but she does report and do a very good job from a sports perspective. And I just thought, like, I mean, maybe it's a way to be a PR person, like to draw in a different crowd. I don't know. I just thought it was weird, and I proposed it to my friends at work, and of course they're like your typical like hell yeah, like yeah, and I'm like, I don't know, like it just puts off a different vibe, but it is what it is. No, not Haley Lewis, but Haley Lewis, holy smokes, she is actually yeah, she's actually one of our local stations for sure. I would be surprised. Maybe she does have a OnlyFans. I don't know, but I actually I know some relatives that are close to her. She's a total package. Yeah, yeah. But I that's funny. You know Haley Lewis. How do you know Haley Lewis, Tim? Just from her stuff. You could like eat brisket and comb your beard and okay, dudes, that's awesome. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm not trying I want to try to continue to get more people there, Nora. I'm trying to get more people. I don't want to scare them away. Damn, well that's disappointing. Oh. Hey, speaking of sports stuff, does anybody in here eat sunflower seeds? Rodney, are you still in here? I would suspect you eat sunflower seeds. I would have definitely talked a little bit more stocks tonight, but I don't have my computer to really work off of since I don't have the internet. And in order to really talk to you guys, I have to use my phone. So, um, yeah, we're rolling with it tonight. So when I'm doing my editing and stuff, you guys know I was a Copenhagen guy. Tim knows about the Copenhagen, and I really had to stop. I tried that alternative. That was just a mess. It was I think it was pretty close to what it was, but it just wasn't the same. Like when you go to spit it out, it was literally like eating it, and I was like, oh, this is disgusting. So I've been chewing a lot more seeds, and so I've been going with the Biggs Zesty Ranch, and let me tell you guys, man, they're good. But I'm a cracked peppered guy. I'm definitely a cracked pepper guy. But I do like the fact that when I was a kid, they had ranch, and because they all they were was David's, and all we had was ranch, barbecue, and original. And so I'm glad that things have changed a lot since then because you get a lot of variety. Like I'm a big salt and pepper kind of guy too. Like really good stuff. So yeah, man, your spits, cracked peppers, good stuff. Whoa, what was the green stuff? Oh, it's that's Powerade. I just took the label off because I don't want to get in trouble for anything, so I always just take the label off just in case. Toasted and roasted, that's awesome. Yeah, I've had a man. I think I've had something like that, but I can't remember which brand it was. But I thought they were good. It was almost like kettle. It was like kettle. But yeah, they were really good. Seeing your life after the military gives me hope. I love your videos, brother. You have a viewer for life. Well, I got to put the kiddos to bed. Man, George Lopez, that means a ton, man. It really does. And you know, if in all honesty, man, I'm just a normal dude. I go to work. I work 9 to 5, and picked up a passion and you know decided to do this and you know, come out and do YouTube and stuff like that. But I'm just a normal dude, man. I really am, and I'm nobody special. I just have a passion for sports, a passion for stocks, and meeting people and being nice to people, and that's just who I am. So, you guys are what make this channel. I talk about it all the time. You guys are this channel, and I appreciate it, man. I really do. It means a ton. Tell the kids good night and have a good one, man. Nora, I was actually gonna tell you, man. You know, I was gonna talk to you. Are you getting good stuff from your live stream? Because I know you've been doing a lot more. Are you getting some good feedback and good stuff from your live streams? Looks like UCLA is not doing so hot. Not doing so hot. I do need to vacuum and get this room picked up though. I got the dogs decided to spread the blankets out. I got to clean up my area. That's good. That's good to hear. You know, I always like I never still even to this day. Yeah, I would agree. Even to this day, like I don't really know what is better. Is it better to live stream because um I mean you see people like TC live stream, so TC's Burnet Market Trading. You know, he live streamed forever and just didn't make videos. Um and you know with him making going live and everything, you know, I never really asked him on like how much he makes off of his live stream since he got monetized. Um, and but then you see like Trey from Trace Trades, who, you know, he was doing videos there for a while, and he was getting, I mean, he was getting a decent amount. But I mean, now he gets over like 200,000, 300,000, 400,000 views. And that's coming from his live stream. So I just wonder how that translates from a live stream to versus a normal video. I always just was kind of curious. So I just didn't know if you're seeing any different analytics that you're like, man, live streaming is a lot better than just making videos or what. Because if that's the case, then right now, I'd probably almost rather live stream more often than not. Because you get to just be you. Like there's no editing. It goes quicker. And you get to just definitely talk stuff. I'd probably do it a little bit better with the stock stuff if the computers were working because I can, relate to that. But with nothing going on, it's hard to really see anything. Everyone's been nice, no trolls, so it's been fun. That's awesome. I can't really read the analytics the best, but it seems to work out just as a regular. Okay, gotcha. People watch his empty chair and it's insane. I know. I saw it today. Um, it said he was live, so I just clicked on it and there was nobody there, so I rewound it and it went all the way back for like an hour. And he said somebody like knocked at his door regarding him like leaving the hotel or whatever, and it sounded like he just said he was going to go back to work or whatever, and he said somebody was going to take over, and I didn't hear anybody talk after that, so it's crazy. I got to start making meme stock videos because it's rough out there. Yeah, I'm not going that route, and that's kind of why I've slowed down a little bit. It's not that I don't want to like I think AMC was a good investment once we realized there was a chance we were going to come out of this, because they fired up the movie theaters and it's active. Like I'll be over tomorrow where that memorabilia shop is. It's in the same area as the headquarters of AMC. So and I know that movie theater is going again, and people are going. The only place around here that I still have to wear a mask is at my job, and that ends on June 13th or 16th, I think it is. It's a Tuesday. But everywhere else, we don't have to wear masks. So people are obviously going back to movies, going back into restaurants, and doing stuff like that. So, um, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting to see. But I don't want to like dive in and start doing meme stocks and stuff like that because I kind of want to stick with what I'm good with. But I definitely watch videos of people who do that stuff because it's very fascinating for sure. I really do. I like your live streams when I've been watching you when you have I don't know why I'm drawing a blank, but when you have what's her name on Michelle. When you have Michelle on, that's awesome. And then I've been watching your live streams. I pull it up as I'm driving to work, and as of late though, I've been listening to music on the way home. I kind of get into my zone. Like there for a while, I was listening to sports talk and kind of like just learning some stuff. Not that I didn't know, but just really kind of paying attention to what's going on and what's relevant. And I had to get back to the music. I had to get back to kind of just grinding on the way home. He only streams on quick lunch break and just lets it run, and they watch and chat like crazy. That's what's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. It's just nuts. You want quality over quantity. I got you. I got you. I had some friends help me organize my house, and they tossed my webcam in a box in the spare room, so I had just to do a voiceover today. Oh, I got you. I was wearing the OGT and had to represent. I appreciate it, Nora. I appreciate it. It means a ton. Yeah, I got so in this closet is where I keep most of my like live stream shirts and like most of my as crazy as that sounds, I have a closet for that. And so like all my sports shirts that I wear for streams and stuff are in there, and my jerseys and everything like that. So I do have I definitely have a closet for just videos and YouTubes and stuff. Off subject, I need some tips on best seats section at the Royals Stadium. We are heading there later in the season. My fam is trying to hit all MLB stadiums on Royals are on our list for this year. In all honesty, I would say top row, first row. Um, it depends on what if you're only going to one game, I would definitely say directly over, directly the top section. It'll be the cheaper ones. Not that that really matters to you, but it depends on what kind of I don't know how much you're willing to spend either, Rodney. But um, my favorite seat, I've probably sat everywhere in that stadium, not in every seat, obviously, but at least in every perspective. And my favorite has been the top row, first two rows. If you're on the rail, it's probably the best because you get like I mean, you're going to be just blown away by the size of the scoreboard. And you really want to capture that as you're kind of taking it in. The fountain seats are cool, but you really don't get to take in the game probably the best because you're looking at it from an outfield's perspective. Um, if you could sit in the middle. They're a little bit more expensive, but if you sit in the middle, you kind of have an overhang. So if the balls go up, you kind of miss out on some of that aspect. But yeah, I've always liked even just kind of the third base a little bit canted to the third base side because you don't get the sunlight in your eyes either. The sun sets over left field and it'll kind of hit you for about the first three innings if you sit on the first base side. So I would say upper deck, first two rows, and directly over if you can. If not, cant to the third base side for sure. But yeah, that it's an incredible experience. We're known for tailgating even for Royals games. And yeah, so just try to get there early and just and experience it. I mean, you get to, if you want, get there early enough that you can even go walk around the Chiefs Stadium because they're like right next to each other. Like you could probably throw a football. Oh, Mahomes could throw a football from Arrowhead to Kaufman, but they're relatively like, I mean, they're within walking distance, so you could get experiences to see both stadiums. I wear my Lucas Murphy baseball tee, and everyone asks if that's me and the logo. I always say no and have them go check out the channel. That's awesome, Tim. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it, man. It actually could be you, though. It probably actually could be you. That's what's funny. You should say, yeah, someone drew a cartoon of me. Oh, man, my throat, guys. I'm dying. I've never, and it's just something I was talking to my wife about. I've never had allergies like this ever. And like as a kid, and even like I was always outside playing ball. I never was inside, and for some reason, like allergies just are hitting me incredibly bad this year. And like I've never had like my voice go out this much, or just like coughing and like constantly just being congested. Like this is some next level like allergy stuff. Like I told her I was like I'm thinking about going to get tested to see if I can't, because I know they have shots for allergies and like I feel like I might need one. Yeah. Man, we're in the fourth inning. Tim, are you a UCLA fan? I know you live out by that. That's kind of like that's what Cal Berkeley. Well, I guess UCLA. Cal is in what, Los Angeles, University of California, Los Angeles. So UCLA. Or I didn't know if you were a UCLA fan or how close you were. You had allergy shots from four. Okay. Yeah. See, like I've never had it like this. Like even the last couple years. You're a Cal guy. Okay. The last couple years, I've never like I'd go out and mow grass, come in, and I'd be a little snotty or whatever. I kind of jokingly put a video or like a meme out today on Twitter. I was like, I literally felt when I came in from mowing grass, like I just got done watching The Notebook, and like my eyes were all like swollen, and like I was just snuffed up and like stuffed up and like sniffling, like I just watched like the sad scene. Like, good God, I was just like, you sure it's not the vid? Yeah, it's not. It's not. I started wondering if I had COVID even after getting the shot, but it's. I mean, outside of just like my voice being gone and like being stuffed up, I'm eating. I'm not running a fever. Like, I've been drinking a ton of water, so I don't know. Who knows? Ooh, she's out. Got her. It's still crazy to me that they don't have replay in softball. Crazy. The Notebook, really? Yeah, that's what it felt like. Tell me what you want. If I had to watch a chicks flick, that it would be The Notebook. It would definitely be The Notebook. And the reason is honestly, I've watched it a ton. And as crazy as it sounds, it really does kind of. It has a similar kind of storyline to like what happened to my grandparents. Um, my grandma actually passed away not because of like losing her memory or anything, but she had a rare disease that got into her lungs, and she ended up just passing away from it, and it was really unfortunate. So it kind of has a very similar storyline to them, and so yeah, that's kind of why I've watched it a lot more probably as I've gotten older, just because it has a similar thing to that. My wife's texting me about the softball game. Aaron Rodgers. Oh, QB went to UCLA. I thought you were talking about Cal. Aaron Rodgers went to Cal. UCLA, huh? I'm trying to think which QB which QB went to UCLA. Who's your favorite QB? I'm not it's not clicking for me. Who you got? Troy Aikman? Oh man. Come on, Tim. Troy Red-Eyed Aikman. Big time cowboy. Man, I tell you though, in all honesty, guys, I'm doing the sports channel, guys. It has been so much fun. Like it reminds me of when I was like when I first met you guys. When I first met you guys, and just the excitement that pours into it because like as crazy as it sounds, guys, is like there's always relevant stuff going on with sports. Where like stocks, it seems like when people just lose interest, they lose interest now, and they just don't care. Where like with sports, there's always something that is related to something. Like right now, a perfect example. Not that anybody would even watch it, but it's the idea that Busio, who plays for Sporting Kansas City, our soccer team, young kid, very young kid, is getting looked at by some other teams. Obviously, soccer, you can go international, and they can pick you up if they want to. And that's actually happening right now. And, like, that's a huge deal because, you know, Sporting Kansas City's been pretty solid at soccer as of late. And, if they start losing players to international signings and claims and stuff like that, that's crazy. So there's just so much that you can constantly talk about. The Chiefs have, gone to back-to-back Super Bowls. We won one, and our offensive line got that much better. So that's something to always talk about. But what's cool is like, and I was gonna explain this to you guys too. Not that anybody even cares, but um, when it comes to doing stock interviews with CEOs, you have to reach out through email because you want to be formal. You want to make sure, because it's business. I mean, you're trying to be formal. You want it to be presentable. So you send a professional email. A lot of the time, you're having to send it to a secretary or, an assistant. So you send it to them, and you may hear back, you may not. And with a lot of that stuff, you have to. It's a daytime situation. Not a lot of things happen on the weekend because obviously their businesses are closed on the weekend, or the CEO just doesn't want to be involved with a weekend situation. So it's tough because I do work 9 to 5, and so and they're obviously they're making their business successful, so they're not always readily available. Guys, that's been the complete opposite with this other channel. And like I'm telling you guys, I've interviewed some very important people within the YouTube Kansas City sports like universe already. And I've literally, as of today, I've been at that channel for 1 month. Um, and I'm building good relationships, guys, and like it's an incredible feeling and experience. And I'm glad that I decided to take the leap. I can't tell you why I decided to do it. I don't know if it's just because I realized like some of the stock stuff was just slowing down. It felt very just a crappy like. I tried to be positive. Like I'm still positive about it, guys. Like it's not that. It's just like I felt like just the environment around stocks was just negative. It didn't matter what it was. Like you couldn't find a lot of positivity. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the leap. And I started the channel, and it's been awesome. And like I do think it's eventually gonna, by having both channels, I do think at some point it is gonna help me become a full time YouTuber. And obviously the stock channel is not going anywhere. Like I've told you guys many times before, I have a lot still lined up for the stock channel. I have a lot that I have planned that I want to accomplish. My goal, I have one. My one goal is to interview Brandon Torres DeClet, new CEO of Ag Eagle. I want to talk to that guy. I've been in contact with Dragonfly. I want to make sure I get that accomplished. But there's some other ones I'm definitely looking to get involved with. And just continue to talk about what's going on with their businesses. And honestly, like a lot of these guys were saying, you couldn't have picked a more opportune time to get involved with it. And it makes sense because obviously OTAs is going on for football. Baseball season's ramped up. It's going crazy. And yeah, man, it's just been an awesome kind of situation for sports. So Sox these days are treading in quicksand. I'm glad you also have a fun second channel that you're happy with, bro. It's awesome. I appreciate it, Tim. I really do, man. And I really do, man. And you know, I I think I think the biggest thing, and that's something that I've told, as I've done other videos and I've done interviews with people from the sports side, is like they always ask me, before we start in the interview, when they kind of get to know you, they're like, "What's one thing like you tell us that most people don't really know?" And I'm like, I do have another channel. It has almost 5,000 subscribers. But I said the greatest thing from that is the community. And when I say community, it's the people that I talk to on a consistent basis through live stream, on the side, in my Discord. And I think that's the most gratification that I've gotten from YouTube. It's not the fact that I've got monetized. It's not the fact that I have almost 5,000 people that are connected to me in whatever way. It's the fact that I was able to meet you guys the way I was, and the way we communicate, talk, tell jokes, whatever it is. We relate to what's going on in business and news and stocks, but we also just talk in general. And I think that's what's been the best part of this whole thing. So I'm hoping to build a community like that on the sports side as well, because I try to stay very genuine and true, and like, I try to be that YouTuber for you guys. Like, I'm not trying to be fancy. I'm not trying to be a dude that's driving Lambos around. Like, I want to get a Tesla for sure, but I'm not getting a Lambo by no means. But yeah, that's kind of why I did what I did. So, but it's been a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to growing it, building it. I mean, I'm already almost to. I think last I checked before the internet went out, I think I was closer to like 120 subs already, which when I first started my stock channel, I was nowhere near that. So it's been an incredible ride for sure. But guys, we've been going for it seems like forever. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this angle. If you guys do like this angle, we might start live streaming like this more often, but then I'll find a way to incorporate the stocks through the computer. But if you guys definitely like this angle, I thought it was pretty cool. I was able to be more mobile. Got to give you guys kind of the rundown of what I do. and a different perspective for sure. So if you guys like it, let me know, and maybe we'll continue to do it this way. But find a way to, like I said, to incorporate the stock stuff. But I'm gonna go get in bed. I'm extremely exhausted. I had a late night last night, and I made sure I mowed the grass before I got on here, and so I'm definitely tired. But I hope you guys have a tremendous weekend. Hopefully, you guys spend it with your friends, and hopefully, you guys do have a phenomenal weekend. And we'll stay in contact like we always do in the Discord. And I appreciate you guys as always. Make sure you guys smash that like button in his natural environment. As for the angle, maybe more straight ahead instead up the nose. Yeah, I'm used to it being like this, man. But I appreciate you guys. I really do, and hope you guys have a great weekend. And as always, have a good day. Now I don't know how to end it. How do I end this? Yes.